In December 2011, the mom filed for divorce from my stepdad. At this time, we were unaware of the hardship that we were about to face for the custody of my youngest sister. The Children's Equal and Shared Parenting Act was recently passed in April of 2012. This act states that any parent fighting for 50-50 custody will be given at the minimum 45.1% of parenting time. Now, because of the parents wanting 50-50, the best interest of the child is often overlooked, even in cases of abuse and neglect. The Children's Equal and Shared Parenting Act is harmful to the child involved and does not take the child's best interest close enough into consideration. Now, the first point I'd like to touch base on with you is that the child may be forced into uncomfortable situations. In the best interest of the child, it states that the child should be able to be in an intimate situation with the parent, and feel 100% comfortable. It also states that they should be comfortable in their home, their school, and their community. Michael Dittberner from the Minnesota House of Representatives found that with this bill, the parents who want 50-50 custody are given a higher priority than what the best interest of the child is. So with this, it states that even a child's comfortability level with the parent is completely overlooked by the parent who is asking for the 50-50 custody time with them, which, with the child feeling uncomfortable, rises feelings of stress and anxiety that can be very harmful to the child's well-being. Now, the second point I'd like to go over with you is that any parent with domestic violence should not be awarded custody whatsoever. Allison C. Morrell found that children exposed to domestic violence exhibited more externalizing or internalizing and cognitive or academic deficiencies, which, in short, this included depression, suicide, anxieties, phobias, fears, anything that fit into that category. Academically, she found that they struggled both with their grades and cognitively learning things, and socially with everyone. They did not fall into where they should be with their age group. And despite the fact that these feelings were arising because of the domestic violence, it is still overlooked, and they still could be placed with a parent who is causing this domestic violence. And in these cases, the children don't even need to see it happen, but simply knowing that the domestic violence is there is enough to have them have these feelings. Now, my third point is that in order for this act to be in place, mental and physical disabilities should be forced to have scans. Patrick Thornton found that despite the children's interest, a parent with a history of addiction and disabilities can be awarded 50-50 custody. What this states is that even if the parent is incapable of taking care of themselves, in some cases they are given a child to not only provide for but take care of them in a sufficient way that is good for human beings. The child can be put into a situation which is harmful to them because they're not getting the satisfactory need that they have into the child. I was going to say. Anyway, so to wrap up, the Children's Equal and Shared Parenting Act causes problems of uncomfortableness among the child that causes a lot of harm. Domestic violence, which brings on things such as depression and suicide, and being placed with a parent with a disability. Now, my family personally fell victim to this act. My youngest sister was forced into being with her father where she was not comfortable being in a close relationship with him. She has now been put into counseling once a week to deal with her anger and stress that she has had. She went from a happy bubbly little girl to someone who was constantly filled with nothing but hatred and worry. The Children's Equal and Shared Parenting Act should be removed from legislation and let the best interest of the child decide where they are placed. The Family Law section of the Minnesota State Bar Association testified against this act in April, and they are willing to fight against this bill once again in order to protect the children.